All right, so on to part two of my interview with Tom Gentile. If you haven't watched part one yet, I highly encourage you to click over and watch the beginning of our interview. It's broken up into three sections. In this section of the interview, we talk about how beginners can get started with trading and some tips and tricks that Tom has from his vast experience in the trading world. So hope you enjoy the video. Comment below if you have any questions, and also look for links to Tom's programs in the description below this video over on WealthVine.com. And yeah, hope you enjoy it. So speaking of kind of my audience, a lot of them are beginners. And one thing I wanted to ask you is kind of your opinion. A lot of people get stuck where, they think options trading especially looks enticing. They want to try it. They know people have had success, but they don't have enough time or they don't have enough money. And they get into that, I want to do it, but they don't do anything. That inaction. What would your advice be to somebody that just, I want to start, but I'm too afraid to type of thing? Is there an area they should focus on, or what's that first step that they should take?
Yeah. So, first of all, Greg, 2020, we've seen an influx of more newbies, more new folks that have come into this business, not just investing, but trading than ever before. So that whole not enough time, not enough money, if there was ever enough time to understand and start to learn about trading as a business. And in some cases, the government even providing you with the seed money, as we know so many did. I wish we could go back. For a lot of people, I wish we could go back a year, and a lot more people that are coming in now going, wow, if only I'd have done this last year. Last year might have been the best time to do it, but there is no better time like the present in my mind. If you're looking for this as a potential side income, or if you're looking at trading or investing as a way of building a nest egg, down the road. And let me tell you something I learned in my 40s, and now I'm 55, that I didn't understand in my 20s. In my 20s, I was Teflon. Nothing was going to hurt me. I could lose everything I had tomorrow. I could put all my money in one shot, lose it, and know that I was going to come back. There's something about getting married, having kids, adding responsibility that makes you start to think, no, there's no way in the world I can do that. And I wish I could let some of the folks that are, coming out of high school, coming out of college, going into their jobs, becoming 20 somethings, realize that you got to start thinking, even though you don't want to be your parents and God forbid, you got to start thinking like them. You start thinking like them when you're in your 20s. And by the time you're in your 30s, you're actually more comfortable. You've found other sources of income, and trading is a source of income. In fact, even outside of the stock market, cryptocurrencies, for instance, which are part of the Fast Fortune Club. I asked our publisher to add those, and they've been adding those, and that's been that's been my biggest winner out of everything that I've done, at least on the longer term stuff. Absolutely blown it out of the water, and I don't see any. I do see where we could get some volatility in crypto, but I'm telling you, look 3 years from now and you're going to see what's happened in these cycles. But for those of you that are just beginning, best thing I could tell you to do, there's a couple of good YouTube channels out there that cost you absolutely nothing. All right. Myself and Greg, we're two that are out there doing it too, and trying to show it to you. I try to show in my YouTube community, I kind of focus on a couple of different things. Number one, I look at stock selection. We look at different ways of selecting stocks. We do look at the top, what I like to call the most popular stocks, and those are in the FANG community. But I'll venture into the meme area too, and show people how I trade the AMCs of the world, the GMEs of the world, et cetera. In fact, I've been milking AMC with a high probability option strategy. And in fact, I'm looking at my screen right now. Some of my stuff is up for the week. Some of my stuff is down for the week. The AMC trade I have going on is it's just, watching grass grow. And by the end of the week, I plan on capturing another payday with AMC. So there are ways to trade the herd, to trade where the retail crowd is and still be safe. Buying AMC doesn't make any sense at all to me because, more than likely you're going to buy it on the wrong day. It's going to go down. Then you're going to get chopped up and you say, I can't stand this anymore. I'm going to get out. But we have different ways of trading options that allow us, either a limited risk situation, in most cases limited risk, and in some cases higher probability, where we stay outside of what I like to call the blast zone. The AMC has a blast zone that could be 10, 20% a day.
Yeah.
If you're outside of it and you're, in this case, I like to sell option premiums outside of the blast zone. And so we have a high probability that it's just going to continue to sway back and forth. Then I stand to make money in that area. Call me an insurance salesman. That's what I'm doing. I'm selling hurricane insurance, and people are buying it and they're paying extremely high prices for it. It's just one strategy that we talk about in Fast Fortune.
Yep. Well, you talk about your YouTube channel. We'll do our little, my own little plug for it right here. We'll put a link below the video here to Tom's YouTube channel. You can also search for Tom Gentile on YouTube. I believe it's Tom's Trading Room.
Yep.
On YouTube. And you do live videos. I laughed because 2-3 weeks ago, I was on one of your lives and you said, you know what, I've only got an hour. And I think we ended up on there an hour and 45 minutes or something like that, where,
yeah.
It's just endless spout of information. And I love your market analysis. And that's something that I don't really provide. And my followers know that, where that's not my forte. I'm not going to provide that in-depth market analysis. So people like Tom are where you really want to go for that. And I think your YouTube channel is a prime example of where people should be watching to get that type of information. One thing while I thought of it here, I do want to bring up on your lives, you utilize something called the super chat, which I think is really cool. Can you talk briefly about what you're doing with that on your...
Yeah. So first of all, we really started the channel. The channel's been around for, I think, 7 or 8 years. All we did was use it as an avenue to park videos for our software. And then last year when the pandemic came around, I started thinking about, I had a lot more time on my hands. I wasn't going anywhere. And so I thought, let me open up the channel and just start sharing it with everybody in the community. So I did something that I wasn't going to do, which was, make it available to everyone. Yeah, we did monetize it too. I'll throw that out there right away. And the channel's monetized, and I'll get into super chats in a moment because that's also another way to monetize the channel. But something we did last year, and we're doing it again this year, is that all of the money that comes through in our YouTube channel, whether it's through super chat, which is a way for folks to actually put a donation in, and you can put a donation in of, I think, $1.99 or whatever you want, if you feel like that you're getting some good information off the channel. But also the monetization from the ads, all of that goes to various charities. I don't need the money. I mean, it isn't that much anyway. I'm not a Kardashian. We don't have, millions of subscribers. I think we're probably sitting over 21,000 subscribers right now. And I love that. And I do think we could go higher, but I don't see a day in my lifetime where I'll have millions of subscribers. I just don't see it. And that's okay. I'm not doing it, to get likes or to get subscribers. I'm doing it for the viewers to get immersed into not only trading, rules-based trading, options trading, but we do, I do these live streams once a week, and we do allow chatting, and I love chatting with everybody that's on there. I also do a video once a week where we'll either get into a specific stock or a specific strategy. Right. For the next couple of weeks, what we've been doing is we actually gave away a free app. And so we designed an app, and rather than keep it in the premium community, we decided to release it to everybody. And it's part of something called TG Suite. It's called the Morning Report. So this is something that everybody watching this program can have access to. You just go to Apple or Google Play Store, download it. It's called TG, Tom Gentile, TG space suite, and then load that up. And if you're not a subscriber to our software tools, it's fine. Go down to the bottom where it says non-subscriber, fill out a few pieces of information, and you get that morning report every day. That morning report will show you things like what my top 10 cheapest options look like, the top 10 most expensive options. So ones you want to buy and ones you do not want to buy. You want to avoid them or even sell them. We also talk about option like unusual call and put volume. The Nigerian brothers, good friends of mine, they talk about unusual calls and unusual puts on mainstream media every single day. I've got a scan that shows you exactly where you can grab that information every day and see it before noon, before lunch hour. So you have that information before anybody else does. We also have 2 more scans on there, which is called high volume, high option volume, and high open interest. And I'm showing videos now that explain what each of those are and how I use them in my trading. And now everyone can get those free scans every single day. So yeah, I mean, the YouTube community is great. We've been building the channel for a little more than a year now. Is where we really started pushing it out to the public, and we're getting some great feedback on it.
Yeah, thanks for mentioning the app too. I actually installed that last week, and I completely slipped my mind. So we'll put the link to that below the video as well.
Cool.
And even though you say it's not a lot of money, I just want to commend you for donating the money to charity. That's something that my wife and I are very near and dear to our hearts. Any little bit of extra money, when we try and donate to different charities if we can. I think that's important for anybody that has success. If you have enough to pay the bills, put food on the table, take a vacation here and there, anything over that's just gravy. And
oh yeah. I
really
mean, I do very well in not only my public trading, private stuff that we do, private investments, obviously different various businesses that we're involved in. And, my wife and I and our family do believe in giving back. And so we do it almost on a monthly basis. What we do is we'll throw money at various charities. I think the last month we did LBX Sports, which helps underprivileged youth in some of these big cities have something to do besides potentially crime or getting into criminal activities. So we're really excited about that. We're actually looking at St. Jude this month. And so every month we really clue in on one or two different charities. And, this stuff adds up. You throw a couple $1,000s here or there. And we've donated, I don't want to throw numbers out there, but big numbers, not only in cash to these folks, but even we'll donate to, to land conservation and even more recently, cryptocurrency. Have done, there's a few charities that are actually taking cryptocurrency now.
Oh, interesting.
So we've done that as well.
All right, guys, that wraps up part 2 of my interview with Tom Gentile. Hope you enjoyed that. We've got one more part to go, and if you look in the description below this video, you'll find a link to part 3 of my interview where we delve into crypto, which I think is a really interesting topic, very timely topic as more and more people are getting into crypto. So check that out. Comment below this video as well if you have any questions, and I will answer them as quickly as I can. And then look for links below this video again to Tom's program. I have a little bit more information on WealthVine.com, and you can sign up for Fast Fortune Club or any of his other programs that I have access to for you guys. So thanks again. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Hey, Greg here from WealthVine. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click that icon right in the middle and you can continue getting content like this. I'd also love it if you'd leave a comment below this video. I do my best to respond to all of them. And lastly, thanks for watching.